Well, here we are, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today I thought we'd visit Sherborne Old Castle. This is owned and run by English Heritage. The opening times are April to October 10 till 5 p.m. and November to March 10 till 4 p.m. So yeah, let's go and see what we've got in store. There is a car park here, enough for at least 20 cars, and it's by donations. So please support National Heritage where you can. Here we are on this lovely September afternoon. Temperature's about 17 degrees today, so very pleasant. Winds, well, non-existent. Here we are, look, we got a couple of mature oak trees looking quite majestic there. And here we are to the entrance to the old castle. Look at that for a sight on a lovely sunny day. So here we are, a castle of mixed fortune. Sherborne Old Castle, once a palatial home to bishops and an unscrupulous adventurer, later sheltered Royalist forces during the Civil War of the 17th century. Now a romantic ruin, the castle is an evocative relic of times gone by. Yes. Right. And I guess here we got a modern twist on the drawbridge. Hi. The moat is dry. So that's long dried up. Just take a look at these ruins, look. As I say, couldn't be a better day. Just take a little glance up there, look. Wow, it's making me dizzy. Right, what we got here? We've got a sign that says no climbing. And we got a little dark space here. Ooh. Ho ho ho! Hello! Ho ho ho! Oh yes, that's yes, a very dark and dingy space. I'm not sure what its intentions are. Wow! Just take a look at that. Well, let's find some info. There's a board here, look. The King's Man is Bishop Roger. Sherborne Old Castle was built by Bishop Roger of Sarum in the 1120s as a magnificent rural retreat. In front of you are the remains of the central buildings, the heart of the medieval castle. Wow. So let's just follow the perimeter wall around so we can take this site in. I'll spin you around in a minute and you can just take a look at the I believe was the Great Hall. Just have a look there, look. Wow. And as I say, it couldn't be on a better day. Now, if you're thinking of a day out in Sherborne, Dorset, UK, you will do no wrong by coming here. There are benches to sit on for your picnic. I say that because there are no cafe facilities on site here. So you'll have to bring your own picnic, which I guess is not a problem, is it? And what a setting to have a picnic. Let's just have a look at this board here, see what other information we can gather. So we're looking at the West Courtyard. West Courtyard. In the 13th century, various extensions were made to the Great Tower. These extensions created an additional smaller inner courtyard to the west. Some of the West Courtyard buildings are now lost, but the footings of the walls still remain. The extensions created extra living quarters for the Great Tower and on the north side, probably for guests. Oh, that's some of it, I won't read it all. So these are the walls here that they were talking about that are going to be lost. But you can obviously see the remains. Wow. And it looks like I've almost got this site to myself, which is unbelievable on a day like this. Unbelievable. We've got an area here which has been, let's say, fenced off, penned off. I guess it's probably to stop climbers. Because we did see a sign for no climbing, didn't we? And let's face it, it's in your best interest not to climb on these walls, so they may come tumbling down. Oh, there we are. Look, there's another sign there that says no climbing. Let's just spin you up there. Look, have a look. Reaching skywards. Right, let's take a walk through this archway. What do we have in here? I don't know, but it's getting darker. Oh, it's all echoey. Ha ha ho! Ho ho ho! Yeah. Wow. Look at that pillar there. I bet that could tell a story or two. I can see people have etched their name into the stonework there. Wow. Nice. Let's go back this way through another tunnel. You just imagine all the people that would have walked through these passageways. Wow, look at that there then. Wow. Guess we need to find out what that part is. This stonework looks so well, beautiful really, with the sunshine on it. Oh, here we have a name board so we can get some information. Some parts fenced off there. Right, so this is the double chapel. You are standing in what was probably a chapel intended for use by the castle community. Above it was a second chapel, more elaborately decorated and probably used as a private chapel for Bishop Roger. Yeah. So I guess that there, what we're looking at is the altar. Yeah, I guess. Right. Back out here into the sunshine. You get another part there fenced off. I guess it's unsafe to go up those steps. But I'll just show you there, look. Oh look, these are typical castle windows. to think they're still stood here after hundreds of years. I wonder if today's modern houses will still be around in hundreds of years. Somehow, how I doubt it. Look at that lovely slit style window. That's typical of a castle, isn't it? Typical. Right. To say I'm here on my own, I can't believe this. It's like I've got exclusive rights today. What do we have here? Oh yes, this is telling us this was the Great Hall. This was the centre of social and political life in the castle. The Great Hall was used for formal meals and to feed the castle community. It was mostly demolished when Sir Walter Raleigh took ownership of the castle in 1590s. Wow, Sir Walter Raleigh, what were you thinking of? To start demolishing such a grand building. What were you thinking of? Right, let's have a look up here. As I say, we are surrounded by some beautiful mature trees. I've just spotted what looks like a well. Let's just take a look. There don't seem to be any information on this, but it's got to be a well, isn't it? It's got to be. Let's have a look. Let's have a wander across this way. Yeah, just take a look at that. Beautiful building. As I say, if you really are looking for a good day out, which won't cost you any money. Let's face it, what can you get in this world today for free? Well, not a lot, but I can tell you what you can get is a visit to Sherborne Old Castle. And you can subscribe to my channel because that is free. And you will be helping my channel out immensely. So please would you subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell for future uploads, and make me a comment, ask me a question, and I'll get back to you. Right, this is the perimeter wall, and I'm just looking at the thickness of this wall. It's incredible. It's got to be 5-6 foot maybe thick. You are probably not going to penetrate that very easy. Certainly not back in the day. You wouldn't have had the weapons to penetrate that wall. And this being built typically like castles on a hill, they would easily defend themselves. Now here, I would say there are the remnants of access to this castle. Those look like stone pillars there which would support timbers possibly to get across here. Of course the timbers are long gone. In the distance there I can see the main railway line from London, Waterloo possibly, to the West Country. And again in the distance there is Sherborne, Dorset town. Beautiful. There's a board here. Let's find out the information about this part of the castle. Right, this is the north-east gatehouse and outer court. The gateway here was effectively the tradesman's entrance, where supplies, workmen and women, and visitors of ordinary status entered the castle. Right, so if you were not of any standing, you would be sent round to the back door. Outside the gatehouse was the large outer court, dotted with buildings. Right. Okay, so this is the tradesman entrance. Yeah. Say if you were not of any standing, you would not be coming through the main entrance. So this castle is surrounded with some beautiful mature trees. We have got a neighbouring building there, which I see is fenced off. Maybe we should go and have a nosy, see what that's all about. They got more remains up ahead of the outer perimeter wall, I guess. I can see up in the distance there, we got the typical castellation wall, what you expect to see around a castle. Yes. Let's go and investigate. So this looks like another entrance to me. Wow, look at the trees in the distance. Because we're in autumn now, we've got the lovely reds, golds, browns in the trees. Look at that for a display. Wow. Well, this bit's fenced off for a reason. What could that be? Right, there is a sign in there, if I can read it. The Clairvoyant. At the end of the 18th century, the Digby family created this viewpoint looking towards the wooded slopes of Jerusalem Hill and the medieval deer park. Wow. So there you go. This was created by a local dignitary, being the Digby family. And look at that for a view. Wow. If those horrible railings weren't there. Anyway, that's the perimeter wall, look. Running round to the left. And then if we come back up this slope, you will see the castle in its entirety. You can see the gatehouse there to the left, the main hall, and to the right there we now know is the chapel, or the double chapel. One above the other. Well, that's new to me. I've never heard of that before. So they were obviously space saving back in the day. Now I guess these are they part of the perimeter wall? They can't be. No, this must have been some kind of inner wall. Yeah. Well, it looks like there's just two pillars left. And as I say, look, the moat is dry. Yeah. Well, somebody's looking after this grass because it looks well kept. As I say, if you're looking for a day out, if you're around Sherborne, Dorset, UK, and if you happen to pick a day like today, you're in for a treat. You certainly are. Let's have a look at this name board. Yes, this is telling us about the great tower rising above all the other buildings. The Great Tower provided private accommodation on the first and second floors for Bishop Roger and his esteemed guests. A ground floor under croft was used for storage. There we are. Oh, I can see two other people. So somebody else is taking advantage of this weather. Here we are, look, heading back round the perimeter wall, back round to the gatehouse. There are plenty of benches here. As I say, if you bring your picnic, this would be an ideal spot. As far as I understand it, dogs are permitted. Yeah, look at that. There's quite a lot of the gatehouse actually still intact. There we are, looking back across what would have been the drawbridge, but now we have a modern equivalent. Look, just take a look up there. Look at those windows, that's still there. Fantastic. Some strange sort of holes in the wall. Maybe they were for climbing, I don't know. I really don't know. And up there, look. It's obviously possibly a stair. Oh yes, there is a stairwell. I can see the steps. But we don't have access to that. I guess it's dangerous. Let's have a look across this modern drawbridge. Let's say the moat is dry. But what a sight. What an incredible sight. So wheelchair access is good. Yeah, wheelchair access, very good. Look at that lovely old door in that wall. I guess that leads to a garden. Yeah. We do have a wooden, what do you call it, cabin? Oh look, there's a sign here, look, says, caution, adders spotted. Wow. For your safety, please stay on the short grass areas. Ensure dogs are kept on leads. Well, I have never seen an adder to this day, but always on the lookout. Yeah, just take a look at this view. And here we are heading back down to the small car park, which I said is by donation only, so that is good. But I should imagine on popular days, weekends, bank holidays, it probably would get busy, especially on a sunny day like today. But there's enough cars there, I would say, for it's got to be 15, probably 20 if they were parked neatly. Yeah. So here we are, guys. If you've enjoyed this content, so please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, make me a comment. It will be appreciated. And YouTube tell me that most of my viewers are not actually subscribed, so that's a shame. As I say, you would be helping me out immensely if you would subscribe, so please, please, please. Anyway, for now, guys, goodbye. See you in the next one.